Hey, how's it going, everyone? Aaron here, and finally I'm able to get this video up. I've been asked by like hundreds of people in just the last few days, am I doing a weekly report again this week? And of course, I said I would. I've just been really wrapped up with a lot of other things going on. You have to understand that the crypto agent bot is just really for me a passive income stream. It wasn't supposed to be like my main, it wasn't supposed to take up so much attention and all this stuff. But I'm really happy to get this to you and show you some of the trades that we've made since the last update video. And like I said, I'm going to try to keep doing this every week. Like I said, some days it might be on Friday, some days it might be on Saturday, and maybe possibly even upload on Sunday some days if I get behind like I am right now. The reason I'm behind is I'm trying to get my marketing business back as the main priority here, and then start generating money from that side of it and keep investing into this crypto space and growing it. That's kind of my strategy. Generate all that money with my internet business and then transfer it over to this market and grow it. Okay, so enough of all that. I know there are a lot of you out there that were really waiting on me to do this update video, so let's get into it. So what I've decided to do is so these are all my closed trades, right? The green ones here. I'm not an Excel person. I'm just kind of just punching everything in here manually, one by one by one by one. If you can point me to like an Excel tutorial or something, that would be great. But I suck at this thing, and this is super tedious. And like I said, I'm not a person to keep track of numbers. I don't really care about numbers. Like at least the little minute ones like this, as long as my portfolio is growing, 2x, 3x like it has been, that's all I care about. But let's get into this. Okay, so what I've decided to do is break down the closed trades in green, the open trades that are still going on in orange, and the ones that I did not take part in are in gray down here, as you can see this. So I've missed a few, or I just decided not to join a few. There's still quite a few open, and then these are all the closed ones. Now, what I've also decided to include finally is a column over here, the missed percentage column. Okay, so this was actually recommended by one of our users, one of the people that I brought in on my original video. He's a member, and he said I should also let people know about the percentages that I don't actually get, but other people do. Okay, so my percentages, my results with the CADbot are not, you can't take my results here, like what you're seeing here, and think that this is like what you're going to get with the bot. Everybody's results are different based on when you enter the trade, when you leave the trade, how late you got in on it, how early you got in on it. Everybody's strategy is different. I am not representative of everybody using the bot, and you're definitely going to see that this week. Okay, I was very conservative, and I really missed out on a huge amount of profits just because of what I was doing and not paying enough attention to a lot of different things. I'm going to go over that. Okay, so these are also not even in order from when the trades came in. As you can see, some of them they're all out of order, but I don't really think anybody cares about what days they came in and what days they closed. They just want to see the percentages, right? So MCO was the first one that I remember getting. Actually, I think XCP was the first one. So XCP, I closed out at 24.98%. This was over the period of about 4 days, as you can see here, and I missed out on 15%. They actually told us, so the original target was 30% on this trade, and then they told us just to take half profit at that point and then stay in all the way up to 40%. So I cashed out a little early. I always get out of trades early, guys. You have to understand, like when they tell me to take 30% and you're supposed to, input 30% into the robot, I will put like 20%, sometimes even 15%, just to make sure that I get my guaranteed profits and I'm out. But I'm starting to see with CAB that they're so accurate on their calls that it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me to dip out as early as I have been, because every time that they have a target percent, they hit the exact percent that they are targeting. So I'm really, at this point, I'm in there long enough to know that I can actually trust their calls with like almost 100% accuracy. Lesson learned the hard way, as you're going to see here. So the MCO call, I made 8% on. I missed out on 12%. The GNO, that's Gnosis, I believe. So right here, again, another 10%er. This was a 20% return that they just called. Zen, here's another one, right? So Zen, I got pretty close onto what they were calling for, okay? So Zen, I made 25.95%, and I only missed out on 4% of that, so pretty close to the wire there. Ethereum Classic, 24%, again, pretty close. That was a 30% call. Monetary unit, this was a 10, almost 11%. I only missed out on about 5% of that. ARC over here, 16.5%. Quantum resistance ledger, this is the one. I don't know how I screwed this up. I'm going to have to go back and look at this because I actually brought this up just to show you, because I'm not even pulling your chain here about this. Like, I missed out on so much on this call. Right here, they gave us the sell signal of profit now at 47%. That was almost a 50% return on that. And for whatever reason, I must have screwed it up when I entered it into my crypto bot. And I cashed out so early that I only got 15.66% on that. I missed out on a whopping 32% on that quantum resistance ledger. I might have, I know I usually undercut myself when it comes to putting in the percentages. Like, if they would have, I know the original target was not 47% on quantum resistance. I think it was something like 30, and I probably put it like at 20. But I still, only got around 16% on that. So I missed out on a huge boatload of profits there. Same thing just happened to me with Syscoin. But I did pretty good on Syscoin. They told us when we put this in that this was going to be a 10-day holding period, and it was actually pretty close to that. Let's see. Actually, no, it was only 6 days that I was in. So they called this on Saturday the 6th, and we closed this. Well, actually, it's still going. If you want to keep holding it, you'd be up quite a bit right now. And I had a sell signal in on my bot, and it closed out last night on me at 6.4, almost 6.5 over here, as you can see right here. And right now, the Syscoin went all the way up to, I think, 7, 7.0. So I could have easily gotten like a 35% return on this, even if I would have just waited a few hours. And they're projecting it to go up to 50%, which we were told that over the course of 10 days. And they're pretty damn close on that right now. Again, got 30% on that, so not really complaining. But as you can see, like, just the total missed percentages, if I would have just stayed in a lot of these signals like they told us to, or played them a little bit closer to what they told us to. A lot of them, there are some of them where I just entered late. I know Gnosis is one of those, and I know Monetary Unit were one of those. It wasn't that I exited early, it was that I got in too late. So those are a few where I just entered too late, not got out early. But a lot of these are a combination of both, getting in a little late and leaving a little early. But at the end of the day, as you can see here, even in a week like this week where the market, it was a really slow week. And I mean, if you're a trader and you're doing trading elsewhere, this. I'm in 6 different signal groups, and pretty much everybody put the brakes on this week when the market kind of had that massive pullback. $100 billion left the market in one day. People thought it was the end of the world. So at that point, we were told to just sit tight. There was not going to be signals until the market found support again. And sure enough, as soon as it did, about 36, 48 hours later, the signal started coming back. Okay, so within the last 24 hours, we just got another flood of signals coming in. So that's going to show up right down here. Litecoin signal, okay, coin called okay, I guess. Sia coin was today. So these were all today. So I might jump in on those. We'll see. I missed Golem. Okay, so Golem was a signal back on the 7th of last week. I totally missed that signal. I just didn't even see it. I must have been sleeping or something. So I didn't get in on Golem. I missed out on spread. And I missed out on waves. I remember consciously not jumping in on waves. I think I was just open on too many trades. I wasn't trying to spread myself. So because like I said, I'm in a bunch of different signal groups. But the waves one I didn't get in on. Spread I didn't get in on. Today there was a Sia coin trade, and like I said, so there's a bunch of them that I'm not even actively participating in, and these are the ones that I am actively participating in. And these were the original calls from CAB. Okay, so that's NXT, AMP, ADX, Vercoin, and Mona. These are all still ongoing at the moment. They're just not closed yet. Okay, so this is kind of the weekly summary, or it's a little bit over a week, right? So what are we at, like 12 days? This is a 12-day or 11-day period that you're looking at. So it's between the 1st and the 12th here. So a little bit, about a week and a half here. So hey guys, while editing this video, I just realized that, I'm so tired. I've been doing so many videos. I think I just recorded 4 videos in the last 24 hours, and I'm talking to so many people, like hundreds of people in my inbox at a time, that I'm just I'm completely overwhelmed, and I'm just like glossing over things very quickly. This is not from the 1st to the 12th, as you can obviously see right in the actual spreadsheet. This was from the 4th of January to the 12th. So it was actually a 9-day period, not a 12-day period like I'm saying in the rest of this video that you'll continue watching after this. So the only thing that really changes on that is just how much profit percentage per day that I was averaging, because the trades are still the same, right? So I still averaged 18.6% per trade. It's just when you average that over 9 days instead of 12 that it comes out that I averaged 2% or 2.06% per day on these trades. And the only other thing that changes is Cab's calls. Had I followed them through exactly to the T like they call them, I would have averaged 3.4% per day. Okay, so that's all that's going to change. I just want to clarify that real quick and throw this in there just so anybody that catches this, it's not a 12-day period. It's a 9-day period because, as you can see, the first day was the 4th of January and the last day that we closed here is the 12th. Okay, I did my averages here. So, it came out to 18.6% average per trade on my trades, right? If we were looking at the Cab's trades and you were playing them exactly how Cab told you, you would actually have averaged 30.6% per trade if you were playing exactly. You're never going to play them exactly how Cab calls them unless you're in a time zone where you're there as soon as they call them, and sometimes it's all over the place. Typically it's really early Eastern Standard in the mornings, like around 6 to 7 a.m. That seems to be when the bulk of them come in. But this only averaged out to me, over the course of the 11 days that you're looking at to a 1.7%, compounding percentage gain per day, right? So much lower than my initial trades, but again, a lot of this falls on me as the individual, just not getting in the trades early enough or leaving the trades too early again. So if I would have played them exactly how Cab called them, I would have averaged 30.6% per trade, and I would have averaged so almost an entire percent more per day, on my initial capital. So that is the weekly report right now. Okay, so this is, like I said, this is going to be kind of the format that I'm going to be following now. Greens are my closed, oranges are my opens, and grays are my inactives, right? Whether I'm just not participating in them or haven't got in yet. Okay, like these three right here, I just haven't got in on yet. And this is going to be the missed percentages. I'm going to actually try to get these to exact percentages. I just rounded up or down based on what the Cab original call was here. But I'm going to have this much more, accurate, like pinpoint accurate next week, where I know exactly how much percent, like to the T, like as you see right here, like the decimal points. So I know exactly. And what I also might do is add in another column for when Cab originally calls the buy price. So what Cab told us to buy in, what I actually bought in at, what Cab told us to sell at, and what I sold at. But again, I don't even know how to add in those columns to this. I'm using, the format of somebody else's spreadsheet from our group. I'm not an Excel person, so if you know how to do that, you can help me out over here. But it would be great to have, a column here where it says, the original call price from the Cab signal and the original sell price, so that I can be much more accurate for you and show you what Cab's calls really are and what I'm doing with them, okay? Because like I said, you really can't just take my results here, say that is reflective of what everybody's results in Cab are right now, because it's just not the case. Some people probably doubled the amount of returns that I did this week, and we haven't even taken in consideration of the fact that there are signals that I didn't even participate in, such as Golem, such as Waves, such as Spread. These three we're not going to count because these were today, right? But these ones over here, those are three that I missed, and I'm not even sure if those are all the ones I missed. Those are just the ones that I found scrolling through just recently. So yeah, this is what my results have been for my second week and a half in Cab. Okay, and then finally what I'm going to end this video with, I totally didn't forget here. I said last week on my weekly video that I was going to pick a somebody from the comments section, if you left your address, for $100 giveaway in Bitcoin or Litecoin. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So what I'm going to come over here, I'm just going to plug this in. Let's see if we can get this, and boom. Let's see. Start. Okay, so the winner appears to have not actually put in their Litecoin or Bitcoin address. So what I'm going to have to do is just kind of redo this whole thing all over again. I told you guys if you left your Bitcoin or Litecoin address, you would win $100 free. So we're going to have to spin this again. There we go. Andre Anderson, you are the winner. Okay, Bitcoin. Okay, so I haven't actually decided where I'll be sending this from. I want to do this in the least amount of fees as possible, so that means I'll send this from blockchain. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna pause this, and I'll be right back after I'm logged into blockchain. Okay, here we are, and I am just going to send this over to Andre. Always good to make sure that you are, sending the right amount. So we're going to be sending, not 100 Bitcoin. That would have been funny. Okay, so $100 USD. Let's do this. I am going to try to minimize the fees here. So using my own little strategy for saving on fees, and here you go, Andre. There you go. So we are going to send that. Boom, there you go, Andre. Congratulations. All right, so that is that. Be on the lookout for my next weekly report. Also, if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions for my next video as far as cryptocurrency goes, remember that this is an affiliate marketing and marketing channel first and foremost, but obviously now the crypto stuff is going to be at least 50% of my focus. So if you have any kind of suggestions for my next video, definitely comment down below and post those and let me know what you want to see as far as crypto on this channel. Okay, thank you so much, and be on the lookout for my next weekly report.